I've probably told 10,000, 100,000 Marines here at Marine Barracks Gettysburg that it's okay for Marines to cry. Everybody but me. We are really happy to have you here. All right? I'd like to go over some rules of Marine Barracks Gettysburg. There are not any. Okay? The beer was in the steaks are in the beer store and they open at noon. We'll probably have, it's going to be an hour before we get chow. What? No, I'm sorry. But, and the only beer we have is cold. You know, you guys were riding with General Bob Magnus, former Assistant Commandant, United States Marine Corps. General?
Okay, Gettysburg in America, isn't this a great day? Yeah. I can't hear you. First off, Seamus, Linda, and all of the wonderful folks not only here in the community of Gettysburg, but every single big and little town from Bethesda on up, the state troopers and the local police, the volunteer fire departments. They obviously shared the joy of this by coming out and cheering you and cheering the men and women that you represent on. So although they probably can't hear us unless you yell loud enough, give them a round of applause. Right. This is a special event every year. Every year we do it. Face of America does a wonderful job in the flatlands and the mountains and the plains of the country. And the Face of America is the face that we see as we ride by. They see as they look at the riders. And quite frankly, it's also this beautiful country that we're so blessed to be able to defend. We've got some great folks that were on the ride. Members of the, obviously the Marine Corps, the United States Army. And I want to thank Brigadier General Gray for coming, along with Colonel Gaddis, along with the great soldiers from the Army and the Army Reserve and the Guard that went with us. Let's give them a round of applause. Today, the United States Air Force wasn't flying high, they were riding high. Give the Air Force a cheer. United States Navy, and particularly the corpsmen who served with the Marines, but were also on the ride today, for all of the sailors that were with us and their supporters, give them a round of applause. And I know you couldn't have missed it, but there's this great red, white, and blue contingent of our guardians, the Coast Guard, that were with us. And he won't want me to mention his name, but Ambassador Bremer rode along the way with us. So thank you very much, Ambassador Bremer, for riding with the troops that you helped lead the war. Last word here before you all get to that cold beer and hot beef. It is truly a beautiful day. Any day. The worst weather is a beautiful day in this great land that we have the privilege to be citizens of and to support and defend. Now, I heard some of the Marines as we were coming down through the battlefield saying, shouldn't we say something for those who've fallen? And my answer was, you don't have to say anything. They're watching everything that you do, not only on this ride, but everything you do for the rest of your life. So for the servicemen and women that joined us on the ride today and will do it in the future, for their families and supporters in the towns as well as on the rides, just like the movie Saving Private Ryan, you make sure that when you wake up in the morning and for every day for the rest of your life, you live your life the way that they can't, because they gave theirs so that you could. God bless you all, and God bless America. Semper Fi.
Pull! I don't hear the sound of pull! All right, first of all, Gettysburg Address was 88 words, so I will not be that long. I will say ditto to the general. I'll tell you what, that was amazing. To all the service members that were out there, and because I taught at Naval War College, went to Air War College, fought with all of you, and even had a chance to brief and spend time with Secretary Bremer. thank you all very much for all what you do. Ambassador Bremer, all for what you've done. This is a great place. We are, in fact, indeed on hallowed ground. What you all have done has been amazing. I had the opportunity to ride with a lot of the soldiers who make me proud, and there's nothing I could ever do as a commander that will make me more proud than be behind them for all the things they've done for me and for our nation. Again, I thank you all, especially those who rode with them, who encouraged them, and took time out of your day, your time, your week, to fly here. Thank you all. I appreciate what you've done. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and God bless America, and again, General Ditto.
Jim Benson, our founder, has a couple words.
Thanks, Jeff. Just very briefly, World Team Sports has been putting on events for 22 years, bringing able-bodied and disabled athletes together in a unique fashion. And of all the events, this was the best. What do you think? Yeah! It certainly was the best face of America, and we've thanked volunteers, and Jeff will do so in a moment. We've thanked riders, both able-bodied and disabled, and from all branches of the service, and the generals who are out here today, riding with us, riding with the troops, riding with civilians. It was just spectacular. But the event wouldn't have come together if it hadn't been for one person who took over as the head, the day-to-day head of World Team Sports, just 2 months ago. And I'd like to have a major round of applause for Jeff Messner.
And thank you very much, Jim. These are the people that really did all the work. I just stayed out of their way, and when I got in their way, it slowed them down. So they didn't want to come up here, but this is our leadership team. Big round of applause, and then we're on to there. Okay, have a great time.